my mentor has told me, you know what, Lee, you need to let people see you. You need to let people feel you. And that's been a challenge for me over my life. Let me just say my intention for today is to connect with my guidance and say what comes through me that is going to be, that's going to serve you. Because that's really what I've been up to over the last, well, years. I wanted to introduce you to my spirit animal. This is Lynxie Lee, and this was given to me, you might be able to tell it has little tufted ears, so this is a little baby lynx. My friend Lisa gave this to me, and the lynx is really the animal that in tribal cultures, the lynx is the animal that communicates with the unseen and really uses their intuition and is a symbol of seeing between the lines and being able to see the mysterious. Lynxie Lee wanted you to meet my spirit animal, and so I'll put him, it's actually a him, which was surprising to me, but anyway, so he can sit up there for our live chat. So I wanted to share a story with you. This is very personal to me. You know, when I was getting ready for this, a little bit of my old training when I was young for piano recitals kicked in. You know, oh, you better make sure, you know, the earrings are right, and what are you wearing? So I didn't listen to that voice too much, and you know, just put on a regular shirt, and I did put on earrings, and just happy to be here with you. So the story is, a few months ago I went to Costa Rica and did a personal retreat, and my question that I took with me was, how can I surrender more so I can serve more and love more? And I did not know the answers. I wanted guidance. And so I spent 5 days basically not talking to anyone, just a few people. I had a mentor there. So I stayed in a little cottage up in the rainforest, and I would see her, you know, for one session a day for 4 days. I wrote in my journal, I did yoga, I hiked in the jungle, I prayed a lot, I meditated a lot, and I was just trying to stay open to whatever guidance there was for me. And what I got, besides being waked up in the middle of the night, like 2 a.m., and being told to go out, you know, got a message, go outside right now. It was kind of misty, and I went outside, and I was on top of a mountain, a really high mountain in Costa Rica, and the sky was filled with stars. It was the most beautiful night I can ever remember. And I was out there by myself, and I just started dancing under the stars. There was a little crescent moon, and just knew that all is well, and that I'm being divinely guided, and that I would be shown what the next steps were, that I didn't have to plan every step and, you know, be in my head. I could come from my creativity, my compassion, and my intuition. So one of the next steps, fast forward a few months, one of the next steps I realized was to start a community of women. And a friend of mine reminded me yesterday, I went for a Reiki session, and she said, Lee, do you remember when you, about a year ago or year and a half ago, you talked about wanting to have a community of women around the world? And I said, no, I don't remember that. And she said, no, you were talking about it on the plane on the way home from this event. And I just went, oh my gosh, it's here. I started Spiritual Women Entrepreneurs, this group, a couple of weeks ago, and it was not easy. because I was afraid of judgment. I was afraid of stepping out and really showing who I am and sharing my message. And that stopped me for a while. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. Just wanted to share with you something I learned when I was in the rainforest. I learned this from my mentor, Jen Rohde, and it's called the voice. The exercise is identifying the voice. And you've probably heard and have lots of names for this voice: the inner critic, the ego voice, the things that try to stop us. I could have decided that this was too hard, too scary. I was afraid of being judged. I don't like to make mistakes. I mean, that's crazy, right? I'm human. Of course I'm going to make mistakes. But I wanted everything to be planned out before I did it. And that's not the way life is. So I took a deep breath, opened up the group, invited some amazing women, and you started joining. And then I realized, oh my goodness, this is really fun. I'm having great conversations with people. I get to reconnect with women I haven't talked to in over the past, years. And it's really happening. So here's the thing. If you've got a piece of paper right now, great. If you don't, just get one later. Get a paper and pen and write down at the top of the paper, the voice says, and then, dot, dot, dot. And then just start writing everything that comes up when you think about taking a big step, when you think about showing yourself, when you think about doing something that feels scary, but also feels like it's you on purpose. It's you sharing your unique message, even if you don't completely know what that is. That's really scary. So let me read you some of the things. I've got my journal here. I'll read you what my voice was saying when I thought about starting this spiritual women entrepreneurs. Okay, the voice says, and this is what you'll do with your list as well. So you just say, the voice says, before you read each statement. So you've written a list. So I have a list of what the voice says. The voice says, you're not ready. The voice says, you should let someone else go first. That's a good one. The voice says, what do you have to offer? The voice says, I love this one. The voice says, stay confused. Right? Because that is going to stop us in our tracks. I know it stops me. Oh, I don't know what to do. Should I do this? Should I do that? There's so many choices. Oh, well, I better just take a nap. The voice says, you don't belong. The voice says, everybody else is already doing that. The voice says, what if they don't like you? The voice says, they will judge you. So, yeah, there's a lot of, stuff in there to be healed. And that's what I'm doing. I'm actively using a couple of techniques that I've learned and lots of help from my coach, my energy workers that help me heal this old stuff that would stop me, that would make me keep hiding. Why is this important? Well, what I've found out is it's really important to know what the voice is saying, because anytime I feel myself getting blocked or stopped or old, it's just churning in my head and I feel confused, all I have to do is grab my journal or just a scrap piece of paper, the back of an envelope, and start writing. The voice says da-da-da, the voice says da-da-da, the voice says da-da-da. And then I read it out loud and I go, what? I start talking back to the voice. And then you may want to also write that part down. So my higher self says, and then what would your higher self, your inner guidance, God, spirit, source, whatever name you have for that essence that's really talking to you, that's really guiding you, what would that voice say back to the voice? And so you can think about the voice as, if you let the voice drive the car, it's like giving car keys to a toddler, because the voice, the ego, really wants you to stay stuck. It wants you to hide. It wants you not to do anything different, not change, not step outside, and really shine. And you have to do a hostile takeover. That's what my mentor taught me. You have to do a hostile takeover of the voice, and heal this stuff. And this is one way to do it. It's a quick way I found to get out of that trap. Because, you know, when I was in the shower this morning, I thought, why is this important? And I started crying because I realized that it's important, because if we stay hidden, if we keep our message inside of us, it's going to die there. And it hurts not just us, it's not serving the people we could be serving. And that's what I want for every one of us, even if we think we're not ready, because we will never be ready. I don't feel ready. I still don't feel ready. So I'm just taking the next step. I want to say, and I'm going to say, that I'm so grateful for this opportunity to practice being seen. I believe that's what the world needs now. And all of us can be that authentic voice. All of us can show ourselves better and better and better, and share our message, not in a preachy way, but as being models in our lives, just how we show up with our compassion, our creativity. And you're creative every day because you're creating your life. You're in co-creation with we all are, with our higher self. And so I just want to say I love you. I believe in you. I'm looking forward to so much more with you as we all grow and learn together and cheer each other on and let ourselves be vulnerable and be real and be accepted. Yeah. It's not about how many likes or even comments in social media. It's about connecting heart to heart. And I love this personal connection with you. And I look forward to seeing you again.